Hi, it's Ryan from Mastery Fractional CFO Services. A frequently asked question we often get from our clients is how do we get our business from where it is now to where we want to be? How do we reach our goals? And the answer that we provide or that I suggest you consider is to create a financial roadmap for your business. Financial roadmap is a plan or strategy to get you and your business from where you are now to where you want to be. Here are the steps to do that. The first step is to define your goals in financial terms. The best way to do that is to understand what your financial statements need to look like in order for you to have achieved your goals. So you want to understand what kind of net profit do we need to take out of the business in order to fund what we've got in mind for the business. In order to achieve that net profit, what do our sales need to be like? What's our revenue need to be like? What do our expenses need to be at? What's our budget? Once you have an idea of what that financial statement needs to look like, you have a target. Step number 2 to creating a financial roadmap is understanding where you are right now, and to understand that to chart a course to where you want to go, you have to know where you're starting from. Just like looking at any map, you can't get to one city if you don't know which city you're coming from, right? So the best way to do that is to understand your financial statements. First of all, is your bookkeeping up to date? Is everything accurate and up to date with respect to your bookkeeping so that your financial statements are also accurate and up to date? You need good information to be able to conduct a proper analysis. Second, you want to understand what your financial statements are telling you. If you don't know how to interpret your financial statements, you can get help with that, but it's important to have at least a basic grasp of your financial statements. You want to look at the trends, the baselines. You want to consider what's been working to this point, what hasn't been, what are the opportunities for improvement. You definitely want to understand your key performance indicators, okay, your financial key performance indicators. Those include things like revenue, gross profits, net profits. All right, these are the things that are the distillation of what's important from your financial statements for your business. And you really want to understand what those are, because you're going to be looking at those and looking at what you can do in your business to change those in an intentional way so that the results you're looking for will manifest themselves. Here's a visual representation of where we are in the process so far. We know where we are based on our financial statements, and we know where we want to be based on an understanding of what our company's financial statements need to look like for our goal to be achieved. All right, and this whole roadmap is a strategy or a plan, but it's not a direct line from here to there. There are, just like on any road, there are twists and turns, and we have to do some navigation. All right. Well, we understand the financial statements, our current financial statements. We're looking at those and we're understanding what they're telling us. We understand what those financial statements need to look like for our goals to be hit. Okay, and we understand our financial key performance indicators. Great. Well, the next step is to understand and influence what drives or causes changes in our financial KPIs. This is step number 3. At this step in the process, what we're looking at doing is figuring out what causes changes to the financial KPIs. And there's a variety of different things that might do that. A lot of it depends on your business, your industry, things that you've got in place, resources that you can utilize, and so on. But suffice it to say that you want to understand if you need a specific revenue target, if you've got a specific revenue target, what's going to help us hit that revenue target? How much of a stretch is it from where we are today? Do we need to make some massive changes, or is it something where we can make some minor tweaks? We have to understand what we're currently spending. We have to understand what it's going to take to hit our net profit goals. And so what you need to look at in a situation like this is typically something on the sales side of the business or the operations side of the business. And the financial side of the business needs to collaborate with those other parts of the business, because what drives the financial results are generally dictated by what's happening on the other sides of the business, in the other parts of the business. And one of the best ways to intentionally affect or cause good changes in the financials is to properly plan for and manage through changes on the operational side of the business and the sales side of the business. Now we're at step number 4. Step number 4 is action items. Really, what we want to do here is create an action plan that includes key tasks, task owners, and timelines. The key is to break down the strategy into actionable steps. And if we can do this, we can take the steps along the path to achieving the overall goal, make sure that our financial statements and where we are now are aligned and utilize and recognize the key performance indicators on the financial side, what drives them on the sales and operations side, and where our action items are going to take us towards our goals. We do have to navigate along the way. We have to monitor, assess, analyze the results regularly, make course corrections as required, and adjustments to stay on track to achieve our goals. We can look at milestones along the way whereby we are checking to see, are we on track at specific times along the path to hitting our goals. But this is the overall strategy and what it looks like. The roadmap to success can be conceptualized this way and managed this way to make progress towards your goals in ways you may not ever have done before. It requires a proper, active, proactive utilization of the accounting and finance department in your business. And I mentioned before that if you don't have expertise in these areas, or even if you have expertise in these areas, but you don't have the time to manage the financial side, you can get help with this. And I recommend that you leverage expertise when needed. If you need financial leadership and guidance, a fractional CFO can offer valuable insights, help analyze opportunities in your business, refine your plans, and help you follow through as well. And step number 5, or the last step in this process, is to always endeavor to continuously improve. You want to learn from what you're doing. You want to understand what's working, where there are opportunities to improve, either your business or yourself or anybody on your team or the entire process. But endeavoring to make consistent and never-ending improvements will always pay dividends. There's a compounding effect when you utilize techniques like this and learn from them and apply them again, apply what you've learned along with that. If you want to reach your goals in your business, there are a variety of different ways to do that. Long term, focusing on continuous improvement will never let you down. It always pays dividends. And so that's the focus of today's discussion. I hope you found it useful or insightful in some way. I hope you may be able to use it. And as I mentioned, if you need help, you can reach out and get it.